Hi, this is Ernie Vargas from REI Leadership Academy, home of the Probate Fox. And today we've got Giovanni here with us. And Giovanni is a rock star caller. I say that because, first and foremost, I know that he's been pushing this business with his mind, right? The right mind frame. And if you get that right mind frame, then you can do anything. And, Giovanni, he's actually a college student and wants to get into real estate.
Yeah.
Yes. And, he's learning about the opportunities that we have and the abundance that is out here for him. So the niche that we have placed Giovanni into here is probate. And what he's doing is making phone calls, right?
Yes.
How's that been for you?
It's been good. I've had experience with phone calls, but on the mind it's pretty stressful. But once you get past it, you get more comfortable, and then it's becomes second nature.
Yeah. What is the stressful part about the call?
At first it was thinking that you need to go by the script, make your calls by the script, follow the script. But as soon as you make the calls, the script's there, but I don't go word for word by it. You just, that could be like your parachute. If you stumble on the call, you just be like, you could ask them this question. You don't have to be, word for word on a script.
Very true, because you're provided a script, and that script, is meant to give you a good general template, right?
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. We're not to follow the script because we're not reading word for word when we're talking to these
that's
people.
what most new callers think. You have to sound like a robot and just read it, but that comes off as too, salesy.
Right. Yeah. So would you say that calls are relationships, right?
Yes.
You're having, a communication, open.
Yeah. You have to see like the vibe of the other person that's
exactly
on the other line of the call.
Right. The vibe. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, because if the seller's tone is one way, we were talking about mirroring people, right?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, you had a call that was pretty cool that led you to an appointment. Why don't you tell us about that?
I did. All right. Well, one day I was, doing my rounds, making calls. This was about, I want to say, in the middle of the day. I called this gentleman named Michael. He was out of state, and I called him, and he automatically was like, "Hey, call me back in 10 minutes. I'm busy right now." Okay, I put a follow-up, little indication. And I was doing my calls, and I forgot about Michael, but he ended up reaching out to me, asking me that he was interested in selling his property, and that he's about no BS, straightforward. What's your offer?
Right.
So I took that to my advantage. I used his language. I said, all right, I'm about no BS. Let me come see the property, and I could get you an offer that could best meet your needs. And I was like, of course. He's like, I'll put a lockbox on it. I'll give you the code, and you can go take a look at it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you mirrored and you repeated his words,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I think you gave him that sense of confidence in you.
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Good. All right. What else can you tell us about calls? Your experience in calling?
You get a lot of no's and people that hang up. People that say, "Oh, I'm not interested in selling. Oh, I'm gonna live here." You'll get those all the time. Trust me. You'll get that literally about more than half the time. But you just gotta take a note, and just those are the numbers that you just want to weed out, and you just want to focus on the leads.
Right.
So it's good to get no's because you get to weed those out.
Right.
So you won't waste your time on those.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And we're talking about that, right? That there's a bulk of cold leads that we're looking to weed out, so we can get to the ones that we are going to work with.
And also, also another strategy that me and my another caller, Brandon, what we do is that if they don't answer, we leave a voicemail and we leave a text message. So we've been having really good feedback from text messaging. Nowadays people prefer texting. Yeah,
people are really comfortable on. And, which is interesting because that's something that is absolutely different today than from years past.
Yes,
yeah. Text messaging is it's faster.
Yes.
It's less invasive.
Yeah.
I think people are more comfortable with it.
Way more comfortable. Yeah.
But having also knowing your market is very, very important, right? If the majority of people that you're prospecting on telephone with, tend to be people that are not of your age,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
They tend to be people that are either my generation or even older,
Yes.
right? Generation X or the baby boomers. And so their method of communication oftentimes is verbally,
Yeah,
right?
of
So
course.
they appreciate that. But of course, nowadays people also like the technology of the text. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's been a very powerful tool.
Yes.
To be able to use everything that we have, right?
Yeah.
Use the phone, use your voice, right? Use your text messaging
Exactly.
capabilities, emails. Yeah, absolutely. And so, did you get an appointment?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we went over. Another call went over to Brandon. We went over to Menifee, California. Which
Okay.
is like 2 hours away from us.
Okay.
So with appointment being that far away from us, it has to be worth our time. So I made sure I contacted him, make sure he was serious. We were like texting back and forth. He was. He gave me the code to the lockbox before I even got there. It was worth our time.
Yeah.
So it was worth our time.
And you know what's something that I noticed is this guy has a motivation,
Yes,
right?
of course.
Where does he live? What?
He lives in Minnesota.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and the property is in where?
California,
Yeah.
Menifee.
So out of state, that's a key indicator. Oftentimes when people are out of state, they have another layer of motivation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you kind of felt that coming across.
No,
from him,
yeah,
right?
I did. He was very urgent. He's like, let me know when you're going so I can give you the code to the lockbox. So.
Yeah, especially when he's calling you back, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah. He contacted me back because I kind of forgot about him in the mix of like all those calls that I was doing, and I got the call and it was in.
Awesome. And so you got the appointment. You
Yes.
got to walk the house and
Make sure, and got good footage, a lot of pictures, everything. Just make sure it checked out good.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and so there's different ways to run your business.
Of course.
Generally, we've spoken. I wouldn't want you to drive out that far
Yeah.
to go see a house. But right now, you're getting your feet wet and you're understanding
Yeah.
what it's like to walk a house and to follow up on that conversation that you have with the seller and to structure an offer and put that together. So good stuff. Are you excited for more calls?
Of course.
Yeah. So you see, it's a lot easier
Yeah.
than anticipated.
It's all in your head. Honestly, once you get past, every day calls get like you stutter. Your first 5 calls, but after those first 5 calls, like you're set. Like you get more comfortable, and you start memorizing what you need to say to the person that answers.
Yeah, and I think one thing that is also helpful for you is that you have you have a peer in the office that you can do a little bit of role playing with and getting warmed up, right?
Of course.
And that's important, right? I've always told you guys that it's really important to get warmed up. You want to warm yourself up because when you're making calls and you just shoot, cold, you're gonna have some hiccups, right? So you want to get those out of the way.
What we also do, we also record ourselves with the tape recorder.
Yes.
And then we hear it back, and then you see.
That's right.
What you need to say, what you should have said, what you could have said.
Right. And that's been helpful, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because
way more helpful.
I love being able to hear you guys and then being able to share my input, where we tweak. And you yourselves have said, oh man, I was too fast here, or I was, not enough there, which is helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah, so always, monitoring your progress and seeing where you can correct it. But yeah, congratulations on your first appointment.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Yeah, many more to come.
All right, well, awesome. So, hey guys, please like the video, subscribe, and reach out to probatefox.com and look out for some free reports on there. Talk to you soon.